Namaskar. Here is something that might surprise you. Did you know that after the age of 30, our brain starts shrinking? Even researchers show that we lose little of our brain volume with every passing decade. Fortunately, our brain is not rigid. It's not like cement. It's neuroplastic, meaning it can change, adapt, form new connection, and even grow. All we need is to give it a right kind of stimulation with a little effort. So, how do we do that? Let me start with something very simple: balance. Not just emotional balance, but actual physical balance. When we try to balance on one leg, say in Yogendra Ek Padasana, or when we walk in a straight line with our eyes closed, it's not just that our legs are doing the work. Our brain has to stay alert, coordinate muscles, and maintain a correct posture. And when we do pranayam like Anulom Vilom, you bring balance to both sides of the brain. In fact, MRI scans have shown that slow rhythmic breathing helps calming down the fear center in the brain and improves our ability to think flexibly. Now, speaking of stimulation, let's talk about the eyes. Do you know that large portion of your brain is involved in processing what you see? That's why in yogic practices, we give a lot of importance to daily eye movements, clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation, gentle palming, and of course, a powerful practice of tratak, where you gaze steadily at the candle flame. Researches also show that practices like tratak improves your concentration, visual memory, and even sleep. And when your eyes are active, your mind stays sharp. Now let's move to something that most people don't associate with brain, that is chewing. Not fast gulping, not swallowing half-eaten food, but mindful chewing. It is found that chewing properly increases blood flow to the brain and boosts alertness. Our traditional meals give enough chewing if we just slow down and use all our teeth. When you chew consciously, you stimulate the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory. So next time when you are eating, remember, slow chewing. It's not laziness, but brain care. And another wonderful way to keep your brain young is to change things a bit into your routine. See, the brain is the creature of habits. It loves patterns, but the more we repeat the same routines, the less we challenge it. So take a new road to the market. Try writing with your non-dominant hand, or rearrange the furniture in your room. Even something simple as switching which leg you step out of the bed can wake up parts of your brain that has gone into hibernation. Every time you do something unfamiliar, your brain uses new circuits. Speaking of circuits, here's something I recommend. Read aloud. Don't just read in your mind. When you read aloud, even if it's just 2 lines of your newspaper, your brain lights up in more areas. The movement of your lips, the sound entering your ear, the rhythm, it's all very stimulating. At the Yoga Institute, we encourage students to recite shlokas or verses aloud. It sharpens pronunciation, improves memory, and keeps the mind alert. Try reading your child or grandchild a story, or even chanting a morning prayer aloud. You will feel the difference. While we are on the topic of memory, do make it a habit to memorize something every day. It doesn't have to be long or difficult. Maybe a Sanskrit shlok, a phone number, a poem, or even your train ticket number. When we were children, we were learning Bhagavad Gita's verses regularly. Even today, when I chant them, my mind is fresh. Now I'll tell you about most beautiful and effortless way to keep your brain young. Go for a walk in nature. Walk among trees, listen to birds, feel the soil, smell the leaves. Walking for an hour or more in a natural setting reduces activities in the part of brain associated with depression and increasing your working memory. pran flows more freely in an open spaces. When you walk in nature, your brain enters a relaxed rhythm. Creativity flows, emotional balance improves, and your thoughts become clearer. Now I'll share with you few simple things that you can start from today to keep your brain alert. First, apply a little Brahmi or Bhringraj oil to your scalp once or twice a week. It calms the nervous system. Press your fingertips and soles daily. This stimulates the nerve ending linked to the brain. And whenever possible, you must laugh. Laughter boosts dopamine, reduces stress, and keeps your mind young. Watch a comedy, listen to a full story, or just laugh at your own self once in a while. It's wonderful therapy. Remember, this aging is not a problem. Disuse is a dull brain isn't natural. It is just underused. So let's use our mind like a curious children. Explore, balance, recite, chew, memorize, walk, play. The more alive we keep our brain, the more effective our life would be. Namaskar.